Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, Robert Sports Show, from the independent scene to the main event of WrestleMania. We covered both nights of WrestleMania. I've covered Backlash. I have covered GCW. Now we are at House of Glory, Cinco de Mayo, from yesterday on Cinco de Mayo. We had a really good card here. We had the House of Glory World Heavyweight title on the line. We had the women's title, Cruiserweight title. We had an amazing main event with a couple of TNA versus AEW. We had some AEW guys making their House of Glory debut. So let's jump right into this amazing card here. So first off, we had AEW's own Daniel Garcia, former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, teaming up with Isiah, Kassidy, one half of Private Party, returning to the House of Glory, taking on Aero and Dios del Inframundo, which is formerly known as Virago, the Dios del Inframundo, God of the underworld. I thought Virago was cool, but damn, that's even better. God of the underworld. Him teaming up with Aero versus Garcia and Isiah, Kassidy. This is one of those matches when you want to start a card off hot to get the crowd going. This is the kind of match you have. 3 1/4 star, almost 7 minutes of just a little bit of Lucha Libre, a little bit of pure wrestling with Daniel Garcia, and you get Daniel Garcia and Isiah, Kassidy getting the victory. Again, 3 1/4 star. Next up, we have the House of Glory Cruiserweight title on the line. We had Navarro, who was part of TNA Under Siege, defending his title this time against Raheem Royal. Great match. Two guys that like to use the top rope and jump on the outside a lot. We had a 10.5 minute match here. I ended up giving this 3.5 star with Navarro retaining that Cruiserweight title. Over the last few shows for House of Glory, Raheem rule, for me at least, it's kind of been like, okay, this guy is kind of for real. He should be part of the Cruiserweight. Normally the Cruiserweight title a lot of times is defended in Suicide Six Ways, which is pretty freaking epic kind of scramble matches. But having the one-on-one here, and knowing how good Navarro is, he's also Warrior Wrestling Champion, going up against a young kid like Raheem Royal. Great match, 3.5 star match with Navarro retaining. Next up, we had the House of Glory women's title line. We had champion the Ultraviolet with Diamond Virago at the ringside, taking on AAA Lucha Libre star, Sexy Star. For the vast majority of this match, it was 2-on-1. It was the Ultraviolet and Diamond Virago going against Sexy Star. Virago on the outside just kept getting involved while Ultraviolet had the referee turned. When they were just being able to wrestle each other, great match. The Ultraviolet was able to retain her title, ended up giving it 3 1/4. Next up was the beginning of something big. We had Charles Mason taking on Jay Lyon. Jay Lyon won half in main event. The match itself ended in no contest. But what made this expand, we had Jay Amari come out and attack Jay Lyon with a chair. We had Raheem Royal come out, and at first he attacked Jay Amari. Then he turned on Jay Lyon, went with Jay Amari, who was out there helping Charles Mason. So now we have a new faction of Raheem Royal, Jay Amari, and Charles Mason. The three of them beat down Jay Lyon. And they end up pulling his mask off, and you weren't able to see his face. I think they did it. They kind of ripped it where you could almost see it, and then they kind of threw him down as they pulled it off. So it's like, whoa, pull off the lion's head. I don't know where we go with this. Obviously, Midas Black, Jay Lyon's tag team partner, wasn't in the building. So I think main event eventually is going to have a match against Jay Amari and Raheem Royal. Obviously, you have Charles Mason on the outside. Charles Mason's also tied to Paro. So this faction just keeps getting more methodic. And just with Charles Mason, just that psycho, he's going to rip your head off and laugh about it as he's doing it. I love this character he's playing. And he does it throughout the independents, no matter where he's at. He's been in GCW attacking. He attacked Effie, attacked Alley Catch, and everyone that was friends of Effie's. So yeah, that match, the actual match ended no contest, but it was the after stuff that kind of made this what it was. I ended up giving the match itself, it was 5 minutes long. I ended up giving it 2-star, but it was just the after stuff and where we go with that for the future. Next up, we have the House of Glory Championship on the line. Champion Mike Santana taking on Psycho Clown. Mike Santana, when he came into House of Glory and was able to get the House of Glory Championship, his stock is just screwed up. Just straight up. He has been one of the most talented tag team guys, part of LAX back in the day, teaming up with Ortiz. But now he's on his own. He's a champion in House of Glory. Psycho Clown, if you've seen him from AAA, he is, not only is he psycho, but he's hella talented. Both these guys are. This was just a fight. And they went out there and just put on a show for the fans. Ended up giving it 3 3/4 star with Mike Santana retaining his House of Glory Championship. Then the main event was supposed to have been Ray Phoenix taking on his brother Penta El Zero Miedo. But due to injury, Ray Phoenix wasn't there, so they were able to bring in a suitable replacement. We had TNA, Digital Media Champion, Laredo Kid coming in, taking on Penta El Zero Miedo. AEW versus TNA. I love it on House of Glory show. Oh, so awesome how we can do that in 2024. This match was a lot of high flying by Laredo Kid, a lot of crazy moves by Penta, and just 12 minutes of just ta-ding. I ended up giving the match 3 3/4 star with Penta El Zero Miedo getting the victory there. So that is House of Glory Cinco de Mayo. As always, stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for more independent wrestling, because Robert Sports Show, from the independent scene to the main event of WrestleMania, I covered it all right here. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show. We'll have GCW coming up as well. Thanks for watching. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.